Hey there, welcome back to this third of the series of lessons on how to create intentions that you can feel, that feel doable and also feel inspiring. We're using the energy of what I call the suboptimal parts of whatever it is you're manifesting. What I'm using as an example is manifesting clients because I'm a tarot reader. I would like to see growth in referrals. That's my manifesting goal for this exercise. So you may be a dog walker and you want to have more referrals for dog walking, or you may be a hypnotherapist and you really know that you can help people, so you just simply want to meet suitable clients. Whatever is your goal, this will help you. We learned in the first lesson that creating a list of the behaviors of what we call suboptimal clients. Suboptimal is not bad, it's just not the best for you. You can survive barely with suboptimal clients, but it's hit or miss, it's sputtering, and you don't have enough energy to really relax and enjoy it. So what we do first is we list the behaviors of people who are not our ideal clients. Okay, and video 1 is all about that. Video 2 is about the how do we figure out what it is that we really want. This is the part when you're building an intention. If it is too good to be true, there's a part of you that goes no. There's a part of you that goes, yeah, right. And to silence the yeah, right, that's where we need to create this stretch between suboptimal, the worst behaviors of clients, all the way to ideal, where the very best people, what would they do? How would they treat you? It's about their behaviors. And we listed the behaviors that would be the opposite and a little extra. So that's what we did in our second video. So you can go back and review that. But now, this is in this video, we're going to create, because partly what the problem is with the ideal clients is that they're so extremely fabulous that that's where you're going to get the yeah, but nobody would really act that way. However, you never know. As I remind you that in the second video I mentioned that I did have a client that paid me extraordinarily well and tipped me very generously. So I had a client that was ideal in that way, but it was rare. So some of the things you have in your ideal will fit beautifully. I knew one lady who she was a visiting nurse, I think. The woman had gone through a surgery and this lady was taking care of her. Well, it turns out she lived in a house here in Tennessee where the whole third floor was empty. So the woman said, well, why don't you come and live? No cost, but it would just be so much more convenient if you were here as my caregiver. So she said, why not? She moves in. I don't even know if this lady ever heard of manifesting, but she just told me this story. Turns out when the lady recovered, she was able to travel, and she took this woman all over the world. All over. She was very wealthy. She was her traveling companion. She never saw that coming. So that would be ideal. If you were a caregiver, right? Your ideal would be they take you around the world traveling. And that might happen, but it's rare. So when you want to make an intention, if you sat there and meditated and got yourself quiet and then created the intention, I want to find a caregiving job with a wealthy person who can take me around the world, that creates a lot of inner tension, because where does that come from? Where do you get the magnetism, the confidence to attract something like that? So because of that, we have the center column. And that's where we're going to work it out together here a little bit and find what I call optimal clients, okay? So you can write optimal clients. Now, what do we love about the word optimal? Just think about it. Say it out loud. Optimal. Optimal. I just like how it is. It's not hopeful. It's not. Hope is a different energy, right? Oh, I hope I get a few clients that are more responsible. I hope my clients change. No, 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 no. But if you're optimistic, right? Optimal, optimistic, it's positive. It's not ideal, which is perfect, but optimal. That's a beautiful energy. And if you work with me much, you know that I'm very much always bugging ourselves to use the right kind of words to lift our energy. So let's go through here then, and let's see what we can find between these two that will ring my chime. And I do it by saying them out loud. And when it's stated out loud, you should get some sort of an aha. Some people get the aha in their ideas, in their mind. It's like, yes, they can sense it up in their mind. Other people get more of a physical sensation, like yes, and they can feel almost a dropping sensation within them. If you want to look at it one way, it's the opposite of a cringe. If a cringe tightens you up, the inner aha is just a total release. So that's what we're looking for, something that feels satisfying and achievable. So let's write that down here. Satisfying and achievable. Okay, this was, you can live with it barely, satisfying and achievable. And this one, we're just going to say wishful thinking. Now, when I say wishful thinking, please don't write your senator about it. I mean, this doesn't mean it's not valid. It's just not fully informed. This is generally like what I would call a beginning manifester who just says to me, Abraham says you can be, do, or have anything you want, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, well, then why can't I have all that? And I would say the main reason is I'm not sure you want each of these things as much as you think you do. We don't know. You and your inner being, you and your divine connection, you're the only ones that know for sure what will work for you. All right. So that's something that, again, I do this worksheet with clients on, it's a, what do you call it? What do you call that? A la carte. It's an a la carte service where I hold your hand and walk right through the creation of these intentions. And if that's something that you want to do, my contact information is in the description. Please do reach out because this is fun. I love to do this. So let's go through a couple of these here. Let me look at my time. Okay, not too bad. All right, so number one, they are always late. Ideally, they are always early, prepped and ready to go. Okay, so the minute I even wrote that, I thought, well, I don't want people showing up early. I mean, that's inconvenient for everybody. But I could see that I bounce back from this frustration of their being late. So if I make this a little, back it off. I just want to back it off a little bit. So what I would say is that they generally, they are on time and give plenty of notice if they're going to be late. My optimal client is on time and gives plenty of notice when they're late. Okay, that makes me feel relaxed. And I think about it, sit back, they're on time and they give me plenty of notice. What's wrong with that? Nothing. So that one feels good. It feels like a great intention. It feels like a grown-up is saying it, and it feels very fair to expect the universe to deliver. It's not too outlandish, okay? Number two, they don't pay. And my solution, ideal, they pay well in advance and they tip well also. Okay, and I would say, what comes to me is that my clients pay on time and are generous in nature. I like that. My clients pay on time. I like that. It feels good to me. What do you think? And are generous in nature. That feels good. Pam Grout in her books talks about wealth isn't about how much money is stacked in the bank. Wealth is about the ease and freedom to be generous, right? And I like that if I attract my optimal clients are generous in nature, it makes me feel like I would love to know them. I love generous people, and it feels different for me. So between those, they don't pay, and they pay well in advance and tip also back to my clients, pay on time and are generous in nature. I feel like I'm putting the brakes on my overly enthusiastic part, right? And bring it back. Because the truth is, these are behaviors that I really believe would be sustainable for me and for them. Okay, they whine and complain incessantly. Okay, and this is, they never complain and they bust me if I do. So I would say that what my optimal client is, my clients are coachable and willing to curtail complaining. A big part of my work is to help us recognize complaining, because it does just squelch your mood. It just brings you down and brings everybody around down. So my optimal clients, I don't want to attract clients that don't need to practice the not complaining, because I love to reframe things with people, and I love to change things around to get things better. So I don't want them to dodge complaining. Complaining is a great fuel for coaching, okay? So that's why that works for me. So anyway, this video's getting a little bit longer than I wanted to go. So at any rate, though, this is how I create my intentions. So whatever I'm doing, if I was hiring somebody new, it was my company, I'd do the same thing. Suboptimal employees, fabulous, perfect employees. What's in the middle that I can live with? I believe that you're going to find this is a great way to jazz up your intentions and create very doable goals. From here, of course, if we're going to go to take this to the maximum, we'll start using Neville Goddard's work. You can look up Lucy. What is it? Lifestyles by Lucy. Is that what it is? I think this is Lifestyles by Lucy. I think. Anyway, I love Lucy, and I'll put her contact in the first comment, and same with Joseph Ally. The two of them are really good at teaching how to act as if and how to phrase your story so that you are using these lists of behaviors. Those go into your visualizations, they go into your affirmations. Okay, so anyway, there you go. I thank you for watching this little series. I teach this to everybody, and it just dawned on me this morning, I'd really like to put it on the record so that other people can get these ideas and start to use them. So any questions or comments, drop in the comments below. If you'd like to contact me with any work that you'd like to do on making some of these as a team, I would love that. And the contact information, again, is in the description box. Thank you so much for coming back and visiting, and I just wish you all the best of luck. Let me know how this works for you. Take care.